Ever feel like you're lost, stuck, or behind and have no idea how to get out of it or fear that you never will? Then welcome. This video is for you. Hi, I'm Zahra, a medical doctor and an entrepreneur, and I was probably where you are now about 18 months ago. I was at a transition phase in my career, in my relationships, and it was really feeling like I was stuck or behind because it seemed like everyone around me was getting it right all the time. And this is so common that psychologists even have a name for it. It's called a quarter-life crisis. And this is just a developmental phase and not necessarily a personal failure. So why do we feel stuck, lost, or hopeless? The reality is that we see life in three particular domains: wealth, wellness, and belonging. These areas give us a sense of meaning and progress. So wealth, this is pretty clear. I'm sure everyone knows what this means, but essentially your wealth is your career, your professional life, your financial wealth, and really what that level of comfort looks like to you. Wellness is essentially your physical fitness, your mental wellness. Really, it's just a sense of, is your body and mind in a good, healthy space? And belonging is, what are your relationships like? Whether it's family relationships, whether it's romantic relationships, or whether it's even platonic relationships with friends. If any of these areas are not progressing in the way that we would like or anticipate, we end up feeling a bit stuck and lost along the way. And so when does this tend to happen? If you're anywhere between your 20s or 30s, you're exactly at the right phase of your life where this could potentially be happening. Developmental psychology shows that this is where social comparison peaks and life paths diverge. A friend could be getting married, a friend could be having kids, a friend could be getting promoted, another could be starting a PhD or a new business venture. And so what ultimately happens is that we compare ourselves to these societal milestones and not necessarily our own. Social psychologist Leon Festinger has this theory called social comparison theory. Humans evaluate themselves by comparing themselves to others, especially when standards are unclear. And so if you ever have to think about this for a moment, we typically only compare ourselves to others based on what we don't have rather than what we do. So I'm sure you've heard the term comparison is the killer of joy. And if you haven't, it's well established in research and psychological theory. One, because it ultimately reduces your sense of self-worth. So studies show that social upward comparison increases anxiety, decreases self-worth, and is likely to result in more depressive symptoms. Number two, it blocks genuine happiness for others. So ultimately, when we compare ourselves to others and we see that they have something that we want, something that we desire, we tend to envy them. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think that any friendship, any relationship is founded in jealousy or envy. Evidence consistently shows that trust and admiration is actually a core fundamental characteristic trait of a long-term healthy friendship. And comparison and envy ultimately erodes that. So what can you actually do about it? And honestly, there are 3 steps here that work really well, are very effective, and are evidence-based. So, step 1, stop using other people's standards. Self-determination theory shows that motivation is actually highest when your values align with autonomy, competence, and personal values. And so ultimately what this means is that a goal that is not yours will never sustain you. Step 2, understand yourself honestly. What your goals look like, what are your limitations, what are your strengths, and ultimately, what are you solving for in life? So evidence consistently shows that realistic self-assessment improves follow-through and reduces your burnout. And step 3, ask for help. If there is someone that you admire or that has accomplished a goal that you're trying to achieve, reach out to them and ask them for help. Take it like this. If you're trying to lose weight and you research all of these methods that are somewhat proven to lose weight, you can spend countless hours, days, or even years trying to figure it out. Or you can learn from somebody who's already done it because the proof is right there, the system is right there. Reach out and never be afraid to actually ask for help. And so the next step for ultimately feeling less lost, less behind, or stuck is to ultimately do goal setting. And really what this is what does a perfect day look like for you in 5 years' time? Who are you with? What are you doing? And where are you? Evidence shows that future self-visualization improves goal clarity, decision-making, and persistence. And so the critical next step is to compare your current life to your envisioned future. So ultimately change happens when your environment and habits are replaced and not just based on motivation alone. And so I would look at it like this. Look at where you currently are, look at what your goal is, keep what works, and replace what doesn't. And so if you're struggling with implementing these first steps, there's a book that I would highly recommend you read, and it's called The 5 Types of Wealth by Sahil Bloom. And basically what he does is he breaks down wealth into 5 different facets: financial wealth, health wealth, mental wealth, social wealth, and time wealth. And so why this matters is that the research shows that unbalanced success, meaning that maybe you have a lot of money, but you don't have any social connection or your well-being is really poor, ultimately leads to long-term dissatisfaction. His book is excellent and it really breaks down what these 5 components actually mean and how to start setting goals to achieve them. And so I know it sounds very overwhelming now, but every step that you take in the right direction is one step closer to the goals that you ultimately want for your life. Ignoring it or using the ostrich effect where you bury your head in the sand just means that you will be struggling, you'll stay stuck and confused for unnecessarily long. Start today with just simple goal setting. And to make it easier, I've attached a tool down in the description below that's helped me and countless others start thinking about and achieving the future they would like.